recognize you. You don't wanna miss it. Got that dope as guessing we kick it. Stay lit like the night before Christmas. Toni and Duke, best in the business. Watch him get it. Go to YouTube, search IBNX Radio, the Lit Network. Entertainment guarantee. Have you laughing to your heart? Because we lit. That right, we lit. You know we lit. We lit, we lit, we lit. Toni and Duke stay lit. Turn it up, they lit. Start the show, they lit.
All right.
Okay.
This is the Lit Network.
And this is your favorite girl, Toni Dominique. Well, in this case tonight, little red velvet riding hood. That sounds real confusing.
Red Velvet Riding Hood is what we have in here today.
Red Velvet Riding Hood.
Corresponding with Leroy Valentine.
All right. Just in case y'all didn't know, this is our Halloween edition of the show tonight because on Halloween it's on a Saturday. It's not on a Monday. By the time we come back around, it'll be a whole new month. So we decided to dedicate this show to Halloween.
Yeah. So, hopefully you're tuned in. That's terrible.
Because you always turn it up my head, like just find the one that belongs to you.
But see, what you need to do, you need to put markers on it. You know what I'm saying?
It always changes. There's no markers. You just always be turning up full volume.
Well, you just need to let me. I got this.
No, you don't. You're trying to deafen me. Shit. This is not going to work.
But anyway, make sure that you're tuned in. Go put a costume on or something. You know what I'm saying? Go make your face up. Go beat your face and just come in as a beautiful version of yourself or something. Stay tuned in. Pour yourself a drink. You feel me?
Pour me one, too.
Pour me one, nigga. I like that crown. Who got a crown? Where's that? Huh? Yeah.
Nobody
okay.
has it. Oh
cool. Pour your boy Leroy some of that crown.
Please. But anyway, I want to dedicate tonight's show to a wonderful person who made an amazing impact in my life. Her name is Ebony Abbey. She owns her own publishing company. She is a boss. She has stores and she does vendors list. She is an author herself on top of her entire family being an author. She is a mother of 3. She is a wife, and she has been battling with lupus and really just knocking it out the park until COVID decided it wanted to come in and take her away from us. So we want to send special love out to her family, special love out to her husband and her children in this very trying time. And all her friends and family, because she did not meet a stranger. Everyone, to know her is to really love her. And she will definitely be missed because she was definitely an angel here on earth. At least for me, she was. And I know a lot of people out there who are currently saying the same for her. So rest in peace, Ebony. We are praying. I love you. I miss you. It is a hard pill to swallow, but I'm sure all of us will try to get through it the best way that we can.
Rest in peace, Ebony Abbey.
So sorry about that. I don't even know what to do. COVID is really out here just taking lives and just with no remorse. And then you got our higher ups just really unconcerned about it. They playing with the numbers. It's here, it's there, it's left, it's right. Atlanta is a city that's wide open, and we just be out and about doing whatever it is that we do. We in the clubs. We doing our games, our whatever we got to do out in Atlanta. We are wide open. Everyone that comes to the city from another state, they're like, whoa, Atlanta is open, because I don't know the other states.
Yeah, people are blown away.
As open as Atlanta.
People are blown away.
And then you got people that have COVID, and they're like, oh, I had it, and then they still back out. I feel like if you had COVID, you need to be a little more cautious when you're out and about. If you have to go out and about, if you've already had it, I don't even know what the protocol is, because as I'm talking to people who say they have it, they just basically say quarantine for 14 days. And then You can leave your house
But
again.
what do you take when you have?
You don't take anything. There's no medicine. Nobody has told me any medicines that they.
Yeah, I keep hearing is quarantine for 14 days. But what do you take?
Most people are saying they're taking stuff like.
I know a lot of people are taking
regular basic over the counter medicine and stuff like that. But,
I know. Yeah, I know a lot of people take like elderberry, sea moss.
Yeah, but those are like that's not anything specific.
Right, but that's not what the doctor. I don't think the doctor's saying, "Yo, get you some elderberry." Call my boy on IG. Let me give you his IG right quick.
Right.
He could deliver it to you. He gonna have you. You can probably meet him. On perimeter. Like a doctor ain't doing that. Doctor. I don't know what is the doctor giving you.
They're not giving no prescriptions. They're not giving anything. They're basically telling.
They just sending you back home.
Right.
They just sending you back home.
Yes, from what I'm hearing, the people that I've heard had COVID is that they check you out. They say you got it. They send you home, and tell you to quarantine and take care.
That's crazy.
So, I mean, wow. If that is our solution to the COVID, then we ain't never going to get rid of it.
Right. Just stay away from people for 14 days.
Because are people disinfecting their houses? If you got COVID, you sitting in COVID for 2 weeks.
Right. So then you don't have it no more, and then you're going in and out your house. Like, don't you got to burn? Is COVID like lice? You got to burn, wash your clothes in a solution?
I don't know, but that might be a suggestion.
Is it like bed bugs? Like, you just got to throw the mattress out? Like
throw everything away and start over?
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man.
And then they're starting to say that they're going to put COVID on the list for for Medicare. Or you trying to get insurance, it's going to be considered like something that you had a precondition. So when you get insurance, they may be denying you because you had COVID at once upon.
Wow, that's cold-blooded though. That's cold-blooded right there. For real. Like you see what's going on out here. It's a wicked world, wicked, cruel world that we live in. That's why we gotta spread love, man. We gotta spread love. We gotta do better than what we doing. We gotta think about our fellow man and our fellow woman.
I don't know what to do because this is the closest person to me that I have lost through the COVID. I mean, I've heard people lose people that I know, different family members or whatever, but I've never had anybody specific to me that I've lost through the COVID. And most of the people, this sounds really horrible, but most of the people that I've known that have lost their lives are old, and so I just didn't think about the process of what it would happen to someone that is my age, someone that I interact with and see, or talk to via either social media or just at games or whatever. I just couldn't imagine what that would feel like until now. So I don't wish it on anybody. If you've ever lost anybody for COVID, I'm deeply rooting for you because it's hard. It's a hard pill to swallow.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna drew y'all with that all night. I'm gonna go ahead into the first song of the night. I don't know his name because I'm gonna say it wrong. Johnny gonna say it for me though.
That's my homie Say Honcho right there.
Say Honcho. We lit!
They gon' hit a John Wick. Tryna get rich, might send me a brick. If it rushes don't blow, might hit me a lick. Tryna live right, we're tryna live rich. Tryna live right, we're tryna live rich. I just hit 21. Damn, time to get rich. But just quit my job. Money is slow, it hurt like a bitch. Walked out the house. Basically, I was a stoner and sit with God. So I gotta fight like a toucher. Promise to God. Now play with my roots. Might have to track, get out of the struggle. Nigga was down, was working the devil. But I wasn't cool with this shit, so I started to rap. Let's get to this cheese. Put me on the map. My niggas with me. Yeah, my niggas with me. And my niggas are shooters. Yeah, please do not try. My niggas are do you. And I'm like, nigga, I ain't had to say it, you said it. My head is sweat like Andretti. Might gotta cook on the stove like spaghetti. Put God in my ear. And he told me to rap. Said I pay for obedience. You gon' get that set. But please don't try me. Cause I'm not the one. Cause I got a strap and I got a sword on my back. And I got a stick on my lap. Tryna be go, I'm a fucking up, wanna beat your ass snap. I might break this bitch. I got a piece that be taking my soul. Not no basic bitch. And yes, I say how I be facing it. I'll pearl a leaf and I blow it. Yeah, the sticky, you know it. Yeah, the purple, I blow it. And my cause she eyes, and she holding it. Bunch of toes for the fucking bitch. I spent for gold, that's a perfect bitch. Bought it for me, we
my hit a lit. If you come for her head, boy, you better hit. Cause I just might but I fuck a bitch. I'm leaving that seat and I'm ducking shit. It's a future niggas talking shit. If you play with my bread, I'm unloading the clip. I'm tasting my bread. Like when I take a sip, I'ma get rich. I give fuck by the chip on my shoulder. As big as a border, but I am a comet. Nobody can stop it. What? Nobody can stop it. Bitch, I'ma come and take off like a rocket. And boss up cause I made it. Yeah. And when I get rich, don't check for a comment. Cause I'ma be ballin'. Tryna get rich. Tryna get rich. Yeah. Tryna get rich. Tryna get rich. Yeah. Tryna get rich. Tryna get rich.
If there's something hot to talk about, whatever it is, you know that we gon' put it out here on Tony's Hot Tea Topics. Tony's Hot Tea Topics tonight.
Okay, all right. If y'all are only watching behind these scenes, y'all are missing the antics of Leroy Valentine.
Oh yeah, baby. Listen, you know I gotta just cut a rug when the music play.
Oh my goodness. But let's get on to these topics, okay? I just got a few, a little dip in on the topics of what's going on in the mainstream media. We have Hood Rich Pablo Juan. Rapper Hood Rich Pablo Juan. He got a long name. There's too many names. But anyway, he was arrested on racketeering and corrupt organization charges. I don't know what he's doing out there, but you know what I'm saying? I think he's a producer and a rapper. So if he out there making y'all beats and stuff, y'all might want to check some stuff. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't want to be infiltrated. I don't know what he out here doing, but be careful who you know and know who you be careful with. I'm just saying. Because it is not a good day to be out going to jail. It's winter time. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be cold up in there. Y'all ain't going to go outside too much. So you can be in a cell. That ain't it. Also, Wendy Williams, the queen of hot topics, one would say, she is on the chopping block herself because somebody noticed, or a few people, Black Twitter is crucial. And they noticed that on her show, she looked a little high, they would say, or heavily medicated.
She is heavily medicated.
Some of her staff...
Based on how she built, she heavily medicated. Have you not seen her legs?
Some of her staff said they are scared to mention anything about her declining health. Sources say, everybody got a source, but they don't tell the source. But sources say that, they're scared to tell, her declining health and everything that she got going on. But Wendy Williams came out. She, on the next show, she was like, you know what? I just be entertaining y'all. You know what I'm saying? Don't look too deep into it. She just trying to be funny, I guess. So she telling y'all she good, she
really?
Cool.
I heard through the rumor mill that it was
testosterone.
Listen.
Testicular cancer.
There you go. That's what I heard in the news.
I cannot.
Say it again for me. Say it slow.
Testicular
cancer. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
That's what I heard. I don't know how true that is. I hope that's not true because I hope, what I'm saying. I hope her nuts ain't about to fall off. So,
Wendy Williams says she is a female. She is out here with her
Come on, that's a whole window out here.
Listen,
It's a whole window.
Listen, Lindas, I don't know.
I'm saying, come on, we know what's up.
Have
you not seen the jawline? The jawline's strong.
I don't know. I ain't never seen Wendy Williams naked. I don't want to see Wendy Williams naked. I don't know what she doing her free time. But Wendy Williams be pulling them.
She?
She do. She be pulling some cuties.
Stop. I don't know. I'm talking some shit. I really don't know for real.
She
might be pulling them.
She be pulling some cuties, and she be hanging out with some of the the local rappers and the fun people out there in the street. Don't do Wendy.
Yeah.
Wendy out there getting it.
Yeah.
So I don't know what to tell you, but also Slim Thug, he trying to shoot his shot at Megan. So,
oh really?
Yeah, she posted a picture on her Instagram, and he told her to come on home. He is ready for Megan to be his. Apparently he been shooting his shot for a little while now, but he really serious, I guess. I mean, Megan is beautiful. She's a beautiful
Yeah, she is.
lady. I mean,
Yeah.
she's
She fly.
got body. She
Yeah, she
she's
fly.
talented. So I mean, who wouldn't want to shoot their shot at Megan? I mean, I think
Yeah.
I might need to shoot my shot at Megan too.
Oh shit!
Just
Not
saying.
the corner three, huh? Like Ray Allen, huh?
Saying, you know what I'm
If
saying?
it bounce your way, you gonna go for it?
If Megan Thee Stallion give me a chance, I will be. I'll change.
You're switching
I'm
over that.
switching.
She a part of the Alphabet Boys.
The Alphabet Boys. I'm a girl.
Yeah, it's just a name, figuratively speaking.
Anyway, I'm saying, like, so I had a conversation with a friend about that. Like, you know, if you're, you know, being straight, would you, if the right celebrity tips you over, would you go?
Clearly,
Because,
that's a girl's conversation.
Well, because the it was a girls' conversation, but it stemmed from the topic that young M.A. now has a nice baddie that she's walking around with, but photos surfaced that the baddie was originally with Bow Wow at some point, you know, in a future life. So she went from Bow Wow to young M.A. So I'm saying, like, at what status would you move over? Like, if a brat holler at you, the brat got bank. Like, you ain't gonna holler at the brat? Come on now, whatever.
I would, yeah.
I'm talking about a girl.
Oh, yeah.
Like, obviously for you that wouldn't be.
Girls have females have such crazy conversations
I'm just saying, like,
with each other. Like y'all encourage each other to wear clothes that is inappropriate and everything. All the way down to talk about, girl, would you be gay? Hell yeah, bit for the right one, but like on a regular bit, no, I ain't no domestic.
Yeah, not on no regular.
I'm gonna be exotic gay. I ain't gonna be no domestic. You ain't gonna be able to catch me at your local Walmart gaying.
No. we straight Hollywood gaying.
Hollywood gaying over here. That's hell. She hell.
Hollywood
She
gay.
hell.
Anyway,
I'm only gonna be gay. She said, I'm only gonna be gay if you can promise me Hollywood dreams.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh,
So
man.
if you out there with the Hollywood dreams, I'm here for you. Non-gender specific about it too. But last but not least, there's a Richard Pryor biopic in the works by Kenya Barris. He is the creator of Blackish, and he said he got, you know, he want to write down, direct, produce a biopic that he has in the works. How you feel about that as a comedian?
I think it's dope. You know what I'm saying? I think it's dope. I mean, it's a great idea. You know what I'm saying? A biopic, and you know, being able to give somebody an inside look at your life and just, you know, kind of can coach them through it. You know what I'm saying? What gives them that in-depth look. It's dope, man. I love it. I don't have no issues with that whole concept. I think it's dope.
I think that'd be cool too. I would definitely watch it, like, cause Richard Pryor is one of those people that, you know, he's a great talent, and people just don't give him the just he deserves right now. Like, I feel like there's so many talents out there that have either passed or just are just old, and you know, people just aren't respecting them.
It's a couple legends that I feel need their story told. Richard Pryor is definitely one of them. Red Fox, he's another.
I would definitely watch
Robin
Red
Harris.
Fox. Oh my God.
Robin Harris is another. You know, I feel like, you know, and then you also need a biopic on Bernie Mac. You know, I feel like he died too soon. Even Patrice O'Neal, he's another comedian. Like, these dudes is legends, man. Like, these dudes get on stage and really hold it down. So I love biopics though, so I'm a big fan of it. So I'm never knocking it, even with somebody that's not even with like infamous people who kill people. You know, like you watch biopics
You
about
watching a murder biopic?
Yeah, like, you know, like I did something back in the day where the teacher was like, you had to do a book report on somebody famous, and I was like, well, you know, I was into like the horror shit and all that, and Charles Bundy and all that, and Manson. So I was like, can I do somebody infamous? It's just the same. She was like, yeah, go ahead. Yeah, I never have nobody ask me that, but go ahead. So I did Charles Manson, and I found out Charles Manson never met his dad, and his mother was a prostitute, you know, and he was molested several times by women and men. You know what I'm saying? And he lived in a whorehouse, kind of like Richard Pryor's situation, but without the molestation, as far as my knowledge. So you kind of understand that a condition can kind of alter the mind state of, look how many kids that grew up in the hood and how they go to an extreme situation just off of having a disagreement, versus a kid in the suburbs, they might fight or whatever, but it, you know what I'm saying? So just that environment just changes you so much. So what I did, I presented I'm cool with what he doing, but understanding why he doing what he doing and how that could just, the non-nurturing.
Situations formulate who you are.
Exactly. So, you know, it was like, damn, it was interesting. And I think that was kind of like my first introduction to really liking somebody's story. You know what I'm saying? When I first did that, and I've been on biopics and documentaries ever since.
So a murderer put you on some biopics and documentaries.
Well, it just make you just see it from a different angle. Like, you know what I'm saying? I just like to understand someone's story. You know what I'm saying? We see the end result or that milestone moment in life, but understand where it come from. You know what I'm saying? Good or bad.
Okay, I'll give you that. I definitely understand that. We're going to go ahead. That's all I got for y'all on the Toni Hot Tea Top for y'all. I told y'all I wasn't going to keep y'all super, super deep into it. We're going to play the next song, and then we're going to go into, we got Playboy Dre in the building.
Playboy
if y'all
Dre
watched, put a ring on it. It aired 10 p.m. this past Friday. I believe I mentioned it on the show a little while about, I originally thought it was about wife swapping or whatever like that, but it was not. It was actually about relationships in a different format, which I thought was really good for black people to have this type of moment. But if y'all didn't watch it, he's going to tell us all about it. Maybe y'all can download the app and watch it yourself in the meantime, between time. But the next song of the hour, we actually going to play a song by him. It's called Bon Appetit by Playboy Dre.
We lit!
Cause a nigga gotta eat. She say bon appetit, I ain't cheap. 1 or 3 to 4 times a week. Lady in the streets, but a freak in the sheets. One you keep. Love her cause she always feed me. Cause a nigga gotta eat. She say bon appetit. We grabbing on the sheets, on the bed, on my head, and the legs. Turn the moans and the screams. Leap. Catch it for it, roll down the thighs. Said it's mine. While I'm looking in the eyes, no surprise. Waves turn to tides, it's a vibe. Body dead, but she feels so alive. Take my time, waiting for a sign while I dine. She's so fine that she mine, that she start to taste like sweet. But off her feet, 1 or 3 to 4 times a week. Lady in the streets, but a freak in the sheets. One you keep. Love her cause she always feed me. Cause a nigga gotta eat. She say bon appetit, I ain't cheap. 1 or 3 to 4 times a week. Lady in the streets, but a freak in the sheets. One you keep. Love her cause she always feed me. Cause a nigga gotta eat. She say bon appetit. Gotta eat, gotta eat, gotta eat, gotta eat, gotta eat, gotta eat. She say bon appetit. Gotta eat, gotta eat, gotta eat, gotta eat, gotta eat, gotta eat. She say bon appetit. Hips spread wide. Lay on my back so I don't get tired. Work to 6'9", slap it couple times. Instacart flow, that's my grocery grind. Playboy ain't shy. You use me like a sex toy. Pretty ass face, but getting dirty like a tomboy. Wet sex, loving the effects of the flex from the best, so I always got next. Sweep her off her feet, 1 or 3 to 4 times a week. Lady in the streets, but a freak in the sheets. One you keep. Love her cause she always feed me. Cause a nigga gotta eat. She say bon appetit, I ain't cheap. 1 or 3 to 4 times a week. Lady in the streets, but a freak in the sheets. One you keep. Love her cause she always feed me. Cause a nigga gotta eat. She say bon appetit.
Next 100.
It's Election Day, Tuesday.
It is.
Stage is set for what is sure to be one of the most dramatic campaign finales of all time.
The question everyone's asking is, who will America vote for?
ATL's Next 100.
Vote, please.
All right, and we are back.
And that
Bon
was lit.
Appetit. You was listening to that? You like that?
Yeah.
You was
I was
vibing?
catching it. We were chopping it, you know what I'm saying? But I was catching it.
Okay, what is up? How are you,
I'm
Playboy?
good. I'm good. How y'all
Okay.
doing?
What's going on, homie?
Good. So first of all, we gotta ask, because I know the people that may not know you, they want to know, why do you call yourself Playboy Dre?
Man, that was the name my uncle gave me actually when I was younger, and I just used it as my producer name once I started doing music. I couldn't be like Cocaine Cowboy. I don't think that really fit me.
Cocaine Cowboy.
or Killer Dre. So it just kind of stuck with me, and I just used it over the years.
Oh my God. Okay, so your resume is extensive. You are a producer, you're a writer, you're a manager to Nivea, you are on Put a Ring on it, getting into TV and reality TV. You're a dad, you just have that list. How do you keep it all together?
I think you just kind of slowly but surely grow. You don't do too much. You just take it a little bit at a time. So over the years, certain things, I just really grinded from the bottom, let things kind of build up on their own, and then things just happen all at one time, to be honest with you. And you just have to, once you manage life on a regular basis anyway, those things, they seem like a lot to somebody on the outside, but it's shit you've been doing the whole time anyway, so you're just doing it on a larger scale, that's all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I speak like that with comedians. I'm like, man, the business part is a thing in itself, but you got to get your personal
right
and get your life together. You know what I'm saying? And then when the business starts to line up, you'll know how to just conduct business. Period. You'll know how to dress the part at the right moment. You'll know how to make that right clutch decision.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And all those good little small detailed things you do right, then next thing you know, you blessed in a situation. You're like, if you wouldn't have did those things, this wouldn't have happened like that.
It was interesting because when I first started, I started out just as a songwriter. I couldn't produce, even though I could play instruments.
Mm-hmm.
But then I couldn't find producers who I could trust to articulate my songs. So then I had to learn how to produce. So then I'm a producer and a writer.
How long did that take? That transition to learn and incorporate. Did it take a while? Or
Man,
did
it took a long time. Like I started writing professionally at 17. I had my first publishing deal with R. Kelly with Rockland Records.
Yeah.
And I ended up moving to Nashville right after that. So I didn't really get to work with them that long. Maybe I want to say 8 or 9 months. So then I went to Nashville, and then Nashville is a big writer's town for Music City. So, but they didn't have a lot of hip hop, R&B type of music. There's more country and gospel. So, really had to hone my writing skills. So then, once I built upon that, the writing and then the producing, then you get to the point where you start meeting people who do it way better than you. Where it's like, okay, well, you got producers sending you tracks, and now you don't have to do as much on your own. But I think everybody starting out has to pretty much do everything themselves. They're managing themselves. They're taking care of the business themselves. They're creating themselves.
Yeah.
So
you got to get it in order. You got to get it in order. And once you have it in order, unless you're an exceptional talent, you got to have it in order. For somebody to jump in and be like, I'm gonna be all hands on, and I'm gonna get it in order for you.
Yeah.
You got to be. People got to see it. That train is on the track rolling.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's some consistency behind it. They be like, okay, yeah, I'm rocking with that. From consumer perspective, and from a person that wants to manage your situation.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because consumers like, bro, all right. And then when they hear some stuff that you like, okay, this is hot. Then let me hear some. They're gonna go back and hear your catalog, and they be like, is it?
I actually started getting into management on accident.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, when I started managing Nivea, it was because of the way I handled business while I was executive producing her album. So when I was putting the album together, she was going through a transition with her team, so she didn't have, only thing she had was a lawyer at the time. She didn't have management, so we were just pretty much working independently. So it was one of those deals where she had to actually convince me. She's like, Andre, you already doing it. You might as well do it. You didn't put the project together. You might as well. I was like, all right. And then, I managed her up until a point where, we transitioned into, someone else to do it more so full time that could dedicate themselves 100%. But, that was on accident too. Like what you're saying, it's just about being consistent.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've noticed that being a manager is something people fall into. Nobody that I have spoken to really be like, I really just want to be a manager. Everybody always say it's an accidental thing. I met with somebody, we just linked, it just seemed right at the time.
Yeah.
Like that seems to be the vibe. So I got to get out and talk to my people. I don't
Yeah.
think I'm talking to enough people.
Yeah, I've had people in my 5 years of doing comedy that people have come and say, "Oh man, I got a manager, or I can put you on this and that and the third." And I'm just like, all right, I'm out. I'm engaged and active so much, and I may not have all the access to everything, but I feel like if you gotta be able to beat what I'm doing, and you gotta have some consistency, and you don't even have to have an extensive resume particularly, but you gotta be
I agree.
aggressive. Like you gotta be like you gotta be like on some like, yo, Duke, sit down with me or give me all the people you got in your phone. And then all the people you know, then I want to ride with you, and I want to meet you over here and introduce me to these people. Those doors lead me there, and then I could do whatever moves I need to make verbally as far as making the deals happen, and then going beyond that. If you just on some like, I can get you over here and get you, I don't need no more opportunity over like, get me some money.
You know, I'm glad you said that, because I talk to a lot of people that's just getting into it, or I talk to a lot of young people that's trying to get in the entertainment business, and I tell them, you don't need a manager if there's nothing to manage. Like, you probably need PR before you need a manager, to really get you out there, get you on the scene, put you in positions to, grow and network with the right people. But what are we managing? Like,
right. If you don't have any songs already in play, if you don't have like a standing and a following and a career and a plan of already in motion,
management is not necessary.
Yeah. I think a lot of people overshoot. I think a lot of people overshoot it, but and a lot of times they just don't really know how to move professionally. I think when you get of a certain age, and then you're already a well-established professional person, you're handling your own household. You know how to make your meetings on time. You know how to handle your own personal. When you transition into the business, you're just learning the business aspect, but you know how to do the core things.
Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying? You know how to make this call back. You understand that your value and your value. It was something that we were watching. It was something. What's the rap competition thing with T.I.
on Netflix?
Yeah.
Oh man, if you wouldn't have said it, I would.
What's the T.I. Cardi B and Chance and. But anyway, you get it.
Yeah.
And when we were watching it, I was like, you notice all the well-seasoned people, like 30 and up, they have a different way they present their music. They have a different way they speak when they talking. And then the young people, they all talent and passion. It's all talent and passion.
Yeah.
You finna get this music.
So they need to be corralled. They need to be. They don't know how to. They're not even really managing their life really for real.
That's true.
The ones with responsibilities, you see, like the young lady whose moms had passed. She got responsibilities. She's young, but she's like, I got responsibilities.
Right.
So even though I may not know, and they told her, well, you might not be in, and she's like, it's all good.
Rhythm and flow. The people on my Instagram live
Rhythm
and flow.
Right.
Yes. Thank you, live. We appreciate you.
And this, I touched on that just to really speak on how, just being collected and getting your personals together, that translate across into business. When you get into business, you're going to move the same way, and those blessings are going to come about.
I'm glad you said that, man, because I tell people who ask me for any advice or how'd you get where you're, man, I had to work a full-time job till I was, 34? I wasn't able to do music full-time since 4 years ago. So I've only been doing it full-time for 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
But that was that's almost 14, 15 years of having to work 8 hours a day, come home, put another 4 to 6 hours in, like really grinding and pushing, like, you learn those habits. Like some people got bad habits, man, and want to be in the industry, but they don't realize you might have to get up at 6 a.m. for an interview.
Right.
After being up all night,
It's
making club
time
runs
management.
and exactly. So
time management.
you gotta have that
balance.
discipline.
Yeah. And losing sleep many nights.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And it take a lot of sacrifice. Just in entertainment and entrepreneurship, it just takes a lot of sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? Because you always, in the moment, you're still thinking about the next thing. You're fully engaged in the moment, but that next thing is very, very important. And,
absolutely.
At 9 to 5, you don't really have that sense of thoughts.
Speaking about next thing, let's talk about this new show. Okay, I did watch it. Okay, I had to tune in. I wanted to see what it was about. Like I told y'all earlier, I thought it was a good wife swap, but was I fooled? So there's a couple of couples. 3 to 4 couples, I believe. I think on the first episode it's only 3. And one of them actually made me laugh because they're from New Orleans, Saints fans.
Oh yeah.
But
Who that?
But out of the 3 couples, they all have not been engaged or married or anything like that. They're in this relationship and they've been either for 2 years or longer. And they're at that point in life where they're trying to decide, you know, the one or the other is trying to say, you know, I'm ready to move forward. I want to put a ring on it, and maybe the other one is not, or maybe they tried it, it didn't work out. So they get to date someone else. Someone from the outside comes in so they can kind of see if you really want to stay at home or if you really got some eyes out. And this right here, Pretty Boy, ladies, he is fine. Pretty Boy, Pretty Boy was one of the dates for one of the couples. How did that? Well,
it happened by accident. Like we said, like
blessings come about. Blessings just come about, and you just got to receive the blessing.
I was not intending. First of all, I've turned down reality shows, so like the Ready to Love.
Ironically, I have too. Yeah.
Like, I've never wanted to do anything like that.
So what changed with this one?
No lie. The only reason I did this show was because it was on Oprah Winfrey Network, and I asked my mom. I was like, "Hey, what you think about me doing this show on Oprah Winfrey Network?" And she was like,
"Oprah, you better do that, boy."
That's exactly what she said, and that's the only reason why I did it.
Oh my goodness!
Other than that, I wouldn't have done it.
That's cool.
Because I didn't want to be a home wrecker. Because the way they presented the show, it was like,
you about to be in there mixing up.
Yeah,
some stuff,
you know these
messing
people.
Up some love.
I'm like, oh, y'all ain't gonna never. I ain't gonna never get no love in the streets like that.
No.
So
that's cool.
So, what was the young lady's name that you went on a date with?
I went on a date with Shay.
Shay, okay, and Shay and her guy. I don't even want to tell. I want y'all to watch it, y'all. But what does that date look like? Because Shay seemed a little bit confused about where they are and what they're going through.
So just to give a quick, without giving it away, a quick overview. So Shay and Michael are in a relationship. They dated for 2 years, broke up. He ends up getting with somebody else.
Okay.
For 3 years, gets engaged to them, doesn't get married to the young lady, and then goes back to Shay. So now,
wow, this is a lot.
Some shit, ain't it?
I'm telling y'all gotta watch it.
This is a lot.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So what happens then? Now she's in a period of flux to where she's like, we've been together a total of 4 years, 2 concurrently now. You already asked this other chick.
So you have a
to marry
capability
you, so
to marry.
you got it in you. Why you don't want to do it with me? So that's kind of sets the scene
gist of it
of where we are.
All
so
right.
then now both individuals within the relationship have the ability to go out now and date other people and see if that's what they want to do and they want to stay together or put a ring on it. That's the gist of the show.
All right, I'm ready to go check that out myself.
I want to know, like, who, I'm ready to get to the end. Like, that's why I binge watch stuff, because the first show I'd be like, okay, what's next? Like, I don't like to sit and wait and linger.
Right.
I need all the episodes to be in play so I can just sit and watch the whole thing, because I feel like this show is a good show.
How many episodes?
Well, you know, man, you know how it is when they're filming, like, they may cut it to 6, they may cut it to 8. It just depends
on how the people receive it.
Right. I know that what they showed of as far as our date and my part on the first episode, you may see me again before it's all said and done.
Right, because she did throw a little shade on you.
Well, yeah, she tried low key.
She threw a little shade because they get to ask. Do they want to get a second date? Girl, I would have took the second date, but she said that she was too short for her.
Man, listen, she gave me every superlative in the dictionary that you can imagine. Wow. Andre's amazing. He's great. He knows what he wants in life. He's handsome.
She gave you a great.
He's focused. I need this type of guy. And then they said, well, Shay, will Andre be getting a second date? And she goes, unfortunately, he will be not getting a second date. And the doctor's like,
you just say he was the perfect guy.
Well, why? And she goes, he's too short. Now, mind you, I'm 5'10". I'm 5'10", y'all.
Right. average height for the blue collar individual.
Right. With heels on, she's like 6 feet 6'1".
Okay.
What the fuck I'm supposed to do with that?
Yeah, I mean, my man, like, shit, I can make that work.
Like, it's
I'm
not my
saying.
fault.
Yeah, I mean,
Kevin
shit,
Hart
don't wear
clearly
heels
don't
all the time. Shit, know
Or
what I'm
get
saying?
a little lower heel.
Yeah, get you some Chucks.
You
I
got-
mean,
Fuck.
I didn't care
Chucks on.
though. It didn't matter to me.
For us men, we don't care about that.
well, if
Mind you,
she-
her dude is like 6'4", 6'5".
Okay.
So if she
okay.
would
I-
have
yeah,
taken
okay.
a
She like
second
the
date,
she like the basketball height type of guy.
Yeah.
if she would have taken a second date, is she someone that you thought like she has a good chemistry? Like, what I really want to know, like on the opposite
See how
side.
they, see how they,
I'm saying.
see how the women do.
The
See?
world
on
wanna
the
know.
opposite, the world want to
The
know
world
because
wanna
on
know.
the opposite side, if you're the dater coming in, regardless of if that person is a date, they're going into like, what if that person starts liking you and they start feeling you? Like, I mean, what happens to the outside dater then?
That's good. I'm saying we bracing in our chairs. We ready to hear this.
You know what I'm saying? What if she was like, I want to take a date
So
with him.
for the
Oh.
record, it was a blind date, obviously, but let me.
So
my options.
the way he set that up, the way he set
Being
set
very
this up.
careful with
First
his
of all,
words.
it was a blind date. Let you know that if I had the chance to choose,
my options in the street a little
he
bit
would.
better.
He would. You feel me? I already know where he was going with this. Leroy knows where he's going with
my
this.
options in the street is a little bit better.
You know what I'm saying? So I already see where he's going with this. See,
So
he
I was,
was
my
like,
feelings weren't hurt, you know, but
Yeah.
it was a
You was
good
like, damn,
experience.
that's how y'all feel about your boy?
It was cool.
He was like, okay.
But I mean, she gave him a whole like he was almost the perfect man on her list. Like,
So what does that? Let's just say she's telling the truth. Okay.
and her man is a whole a-hole.
But I'm just saying, let's just say she's telling the truth, right? Let's just take that right there. You know, why that's consistent? Because I see that right there consistent with women. Why do you think that's consistent? Where I can have all these great marks, but still not enough. You know, or then you can involve yourself with somebody
sound
who,
like we on the red table couch.
you know, may not have the great marks, but he has the physical stature. He might have that one little thing like that. He got the money. You know what I mean? Like, you know, well, why is that?
I can alter my physical appearance as far as going to the gym, working out, things of that nature. You can't get taller.
You see what I'm saying?
You can, you know, they even have male enhancement products. If you
Yeah.
if you a dude out there down
Yeah.
low, you know, you ain't got your shit together. You know, you
Yeah.
can even enhance that.
Yeah.
But you can't enhance your height.
Yeah, you can't go get no knee extensions.
No,
They ain't doing
it
that.
don't work.
Yeah. Hey, but you know they got people that try to do it. You know what I'm saying? Actually, I saw it. They break your leg and they put extensions in it, and there's some type of thing they add to it that kind of fuses to your bone. You know what I'm saying? A lot of midgets try to get that done.
But I'm gonna tell y'all,
Sharp
I
people,
realized what they
dwarves.
did though within the show. I figured it out.
Mm-hmm.
So even though they knew that the couples were going through what they were going through, right?
Right.
I believe the show presents itself as to a lot of times we choose what we want versus who we need.
Okay.
Right,
So
yeah.
based on our conversation, I thought we were paired perfectly because what she needed to hear, I was able to deliver to her as far as where she was in life and kind of, you know, what she should be looking forward to when it comes to a man.
Right.
As far as what we want, like physically, I mean, she's a nice looking woman, but you know.
Now, what was physically about her that she was like, okay, it's too tall, maybe not the right particular size, her feet too big.
Man,
you know what I'm saying?
initially when I walked up, right?
Yeah, he came out with some flowers.
I'm like, okay. I was like, yo, she nice
Lady.
or whatever. Body was looking good.
Okay.
Clothes was on point.
Alright,
You know,
alright.
hair laid.
Okay.
And then she stood up. I'm like, why the fuck they put me on a date with this
So
chick?
realistically, she too tall for you too.
Man, I'm like, yo. I knew how it would look on screen.
So you think her stature is too tall for you?
I mean,
No, it's not preferential.
It's not my preference.
Okay, so you like more 5'6", 5'4".
Man, I like a little teapot, bruh. Short and stout.
So you like a 4'11".
Yeah, 4'11" to 5'3".
Okay, you like a bite size. I see his
Yeah.
style. Like, you like okay.
Bite size.
You won't carry him all around the house and shit.
Man, look, man, I'm only 5'10", 180, so I need something I can manhandle.
He can't handle man. Like I came front. I had Amazon. I was like, this man, just a lot of woman, man. Like for real, when you try to throw it at you like this bitch, like you like this a lot of women. Like this a lot of women. You like physically, you might try to. Man, shit. A woman that can out wrestle you, you like, hold on.
And then she may get to talking crazy to you.
You feel me? Like, what if it get tense? See,
as
long as it's all cool and docile, we good. But if it get tense, shit, she might put her hands on.
Or try. You never know.
Damn.
Oh my goodness. Then
this Tory Lanez. Then it's
feel
like,
me?
damn, I didn't do nothing. I was defending myself.
Right.
Right.
And then now they on your ass.
Clearly the shorter one, so it could have been domestic violence, and he might have been getting beat.
Man, come on.
Yeah, them big stature women, they, you know, because there's some women that's like big stature, like that's just like, damn, like she got like a, you know what I'm saying, like.
What is that?
Well, you know, like that, like her show, like she's this big stature, like damn, she all woman.
Broad shoulders.
Yeah, she like 6'1", 6'2". You know what I'm saying? Like she got the nice broad shoulders.
Look,
and shit.
so I
like,
got fussed at because I put on Facebook, and I was really just joking because sometimes some funny stuff becomes to mind. And I put on Facebook that like some women, they are working out so hard that side boob you trying to get rid of turned into a man chest. And do you know how many people got upset? I mean, it's a real thing, but so many people got upset with me about that because, you know, fitness is a thing and people are working out and you got women that want to, you know, couture and get their body right. But them weights, I feel like a woman's body is supposed to be.
It should be soft.
It's supposed to be toned and soft. You don't have to. You can get rid of the flubber, but you don't have to be like
it should be soft.
Sculpted like a body, unless bodybuilding is your thing.
Let me ask you guys this. More specifically, I'm gonna ask Toni.
Oh gosh.
So I'm gonna put her on the spot here. If let's say the roles were reversed and the women would have went on their, the men would have went on their dates this past episode, and the man shamed the female based on a physical feature that she could not control, what would the internet be doing?
Oh, they'll be
they'll
bust his
be
ass.
thinking like
they'll bust his ass.
He a woman hater.
Yeah, you woman shaming. You know, can't nobody do nothing about this. Listen.
At the end
men
of the
can't
day,
never play victim, bro.
At the end of the day,
but I'm getting a lot of sympathy
culture.
on Twitter though.
This is the culture.
I'm taking it all in too.
Receive it.
This is the culture that we as a community have created. It's a imbalance on both sides. Like, this is what y'all do. I mean, women have been, you know, given a pass for however long. Y'all not gonna speak up because ain't nobody want, your man don't want to look at no punk. I mean, she a woman. I ain't really trying to say nothing because that ain't my emotional field. Then I seem emotional because I'm concerned with how she's talking about me. I'm concerned with how she's making me feel. No man wants to be the punk and admit like, yo, she hurt my feelings when she said that. So y'all bossing up. Women, on the other hand, we would say, oh no, you hurt my feelings because we are emotional creatures. So therefore, it's the dynamic that has been created just by society. I mean, it's wrong, but I mean, it kind of is what it is until
Toni,
somebody decides to change.
Can I interject for a second?
Absolutely.
Isn't the dumbest shit in the world when people see you on FaceTime, on IG Live or Facebook, and text or call you? Ain't that the dumbest shit ever? Like, hey, what you doing? Nigga, I can't see my phone right now.
You see what I'm doing?
You looking at
Once you tune in and stop trying to be a fucking dick and interrupting, you dig what I'm saying?
Or I tend to have like
Christ.
people. For me, I have people that are supposed to be on the show or can't make it to the show, and I be like, okay, the show is from 9 to 11, and they're like blowing up my phone.
Right.
And I'm like, I'm literally talking to the audience.
And excuse me for my poor etiquette. I'm sorry my phone went out, but that I'm like, what
I understand, bro.
What the hell?
I understand. I'm gonna tell you something else I don't care for. When you got an event, you got something going on, and people on the shit like send it to my phone, like send it to me directly,
right?
Like just to me.
I do that.
I mean,
like inviting me personally.
I get it, but I'm busy, and we all on social media. Like, you need to catch that. When I drop it, because I drop it frequently, you should catch it. Now, let me know if you ain't catching my shit. I need to check out my algorithms or something like that. But
I do it for people I care about because I just want to see, like, do you really want me there? Like, so if I like a dude and he's like, yo, show up, pull up, and he just send it to the community, I'd be like, but do he want me? Like, I want him to want me there.
So if he
I'll call you. I don't got to send you nothing.
So if a man put a picture on Facebook or Instagram, but he sent you the same photo, it ain't personal no more?
Well, I'm saying, like, so if you put it on Facebook or whatever, or social media, I may still show up just to support, but it gives you a different feeling and a different care about if they took the time away from all that, like, to the community and said, hey, this is specific. I want you to be there. Like, it just
Toni,
feels
I want
different.
you to be at my birthday party.
Okay, I'm going to be there.
August 24th, 2020.
I'm going to be there.
So you got your invite.
Thank you. I'm going to be there. But I don't expect y'all to understand in the male sense. I mean, well, y'all could understand.
We get it. I get it.
But I'm saying, like, it's a woman thing. We like to be felt needed. We like to be felt wanted. And that's just who we are. And if you can't accommodate to that, then we get it. But, you know what I'm saying? We probably ain't going to show up. Or we probably going to be like, oh, he don't care enough. Or we're going to be like that one girl on the show where she's like, I just don't feel he cares because he don't show me his feelings. He don't show me his emotions. We're going to be like, Shay, we want to know you care.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what if like Michael was too emotional? Then, you know.
There's a balance to everything. Nobody wants to be too anything.
Women are unbalanced.
You think, you know, let me ask you, but just generally speaking, like when you, like if you view women, you don't think sometimes it'd be a lot? Like, you don't think sometimes you're like, that's a lot?
I have some extremely emotional friends, and
God,
even in myself, I am a person that really assesses myself a lot. So there's some moments where I be like, dang, why I feel this way about it? Like, wow, dang, what is wrong with me? Like, I have self-reflection moments where I be like, dang, I really feel too emotional about that. Like, you hang with a person and you see something in their phone, and you be like, you may not have been looking, but you know, sometimes when you're sitting next to a person, they in their phone or whatever, you just happen to look over at them. Whatever they doing, you see. And
women
so
tend to do that often.
Men
they just so happen
men,
to
no,
be
men
like,
do it as well. I know plenty of men. Like if my phone, I used to have a guy I used to talk to. Every time I open up my phone, his eyes I don't know if it was the attraction to the light. You see the light come on, you see how to look. I don't know, but men do it as well. It's not a gender specific role. Women are attached to it more, but men definitely do it. Like y'all definitely like something alert y'all to look. Y'all may like come back real quick, but
yeah, because I can't front like if my lady pull up and scoop me in her car, and I get in and that seat too far back, my mind's like, hold on now.
The question is, if you see something,
you know what I'm saying, like seat all the way back,
that's inappropriate, or you think you saw something, do you ask?
It depends.
Because you're really not supposed to be
right. But
well, it depends.
My player in me is just like, nah, dude, it's cool. You know what I'm saying?
For me, it depends.
Because that don't mean you ain't see this. That don't mean when you see this. We note taken.
Right.
The note has been taken. Okay. Yeah. Now I'm like, okay, cool. So now I need to just peep. I need to. Now you gotta assess everything. Okay. How somebody forward. Move now. You feel what I'm saying? Like, because think about it. Like if your lady didn't say, I'm going to pick somebody up, right? Why the seat all the way back like that? You know your size.
Oh yeah, that seat's not supposed to be back. Who's sitting in here? Who?
You feel me?
Yeah. Why you got the shoulder lean going on?
Huh? Because normally people don't ride with their seat all the way back like that. Because you might throw your arm up in traffic. You know. So why so far back? That means somebody, tall. Because you like them tall. Huh?
Been in there.
Because they like them athletic built. Huh?
Been in there.
Come on, huh? Now I got the note taken.
So would you do a phone swap? With your significant other, like, okay, you want to see my phone here? Let me see your phone.
I feel confident enough to do a phone swap because once I've dedicated myself to somebody, everybody that has been in my like trying to holler or whatever, they gonna know. Like I'm shutting it down. Like, hey, I'm with this person I'm gonna be with. You know what I'm saying? So anything after that is just them being an asshole.
So what about when women they have cut off the communication with the man from a relationship standpoint, or anything relationally, but because a lot of women will cut dudes off romantically but still friend zone them and be cool, like, that's just my buddy, we cool, right. Where he low-key still like checking for feeling and stuff like that. That's not wrong too?
Well, I believe you gotta control your people around you. If you feel like you're in a space with a person and they can't respect your relationship or they're gonna hinder it, you gotta cut that off completely. But if you feel like we're grown enough to be friends, even after we decided, okay, we're not gonna do this, but are we? At the end of the day, it's about being an adult. You know what I'm saying? Are you grown enough to interact with a person and be like, okay, look, all that other stuff is cut off, but I appreciate you, whether it be business mind or whatever attributes that we had before we turned it into something else. I appreciate those things about you, but I gotta cut this part off. It's your mindset.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. You got to be an adult about it. You know what I'm saying?
And you got to be honest with your partner. Like if it's something that you feel they should know, or if it's something that hey, may come up later on in life. Hey, let me go ahead and hit you with da 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 da, and then you got to make sure they are adult enough to handle their insecurities or whatever they dealing with.
We got time for a quick story. I gotta tell a quick story.
Yeah,
so I had one of my best female friends. Right, she ended up getting married. I'm real cool with her husband now and her or whatever. They was like the first people I met when I moved to Atlanta. We were super cool, super cool, super cool. She ended up having surgery on her mouth. She had surgery on her. She had oral surgery. Was taking medication or whatever. Ends up telling him under the influence, yeah, I had a dream about Andre. Blah, 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 blah. This nigga was like, no, you cannot be cool with him no more. Y'all cannot
Just
be.
from a dream.
Yes.
But she was fucked up for even saying that.
Yeah.
Well, she was drugged.
She was drugged.
But she should didn't lie, double back and lie and be like, nigga, I was on drugs. Like, niggas say anything when they're on drugs.
And it ruined the friendship.
Or got a
like,
gun to their head.
Low-key ruined the friendship.
She should have doubled back on that. She should have doubled back on that and said, I was under the influence.
I got uninvited to the wedding and everything.
Oh,
Then
wow,
they took you, so you got the invite and then they say that's voided?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Dang.
That hurt my heart.
That is just a
I
memorabilia.
lost a friend like that. I had two
That
friends.
really hurt my heart.
Or whatever. I had a
that's
male
terrible.
friend and a female friend, and me and the guy, we had some dealings, you know, or whatever, but we let that go and decided to be friends. Well, my other friend, my female friend, decided that she likes him, but as time went on, she couldn't handle our friendship because we just cool people, and she couldn't handle our friendship, so he is no longer allowed to talk to me. So I lost two friends in one situation.
That's crazy.
Yeah, people are super, super sensitive about that. That
Oh,
whole
my
relationship thing.
Yes, but right now we're gonna take a quick break and we're gonna come back. We ain't gonna hold you too long. We're gonna let the people know where they can find you, but we're gonna play one more of your songs.
I'm with it.
I don't even what's the name of this song?
Felipe.
Felipe, we lit.
She gon' work like Felipe. Get them knees real dirty, cause it's gon' pay. She gon' work like Felipe. She gon' work like Felipe. Watch her work. She gon' work like Felipe. Get them knees real dirty, cause it's gon' pay. Work it, work it, work it, work it, work it, work. Watch her work. Work it, work it, work it, work it, work it, work. Put in work. Work it, work it, work it, work it, work it, work. Watch her work. Work it, work it, work it, work it, work it, work. Put in work. Like the way that shorty move. Look at you. Ballers in the building, you know what to do. Make your move, go do you. Trying to see who I'm gon' choose. Maybe you. Look at her right there, she got some attitude. I want you and her too. Both of y'all come to my condo. Bucket naked, that's with just Balenciaga. How much them cost? How much them cost? Working just to pay the condo, baby. I know. Feel this dick and feel like you just hit the lotto. She gon' work like Felipe. She gon' work like Felipe. Watch her work. She gon' work like Felipe. Get them knees real dirty, cause it's gon' pay. Work it, work it, work it, work it, work it, work. Watch her work. Work it, work it, work it, work it, work it, work. Put in work. Work it, work it, work it, work it, work it, work. Watch her work. Work it, work it, work it, work it, work it, work. Put in work. She gon' work like Felipe. She gon' work like Felipe. Watch her work. She gon' work like Felipe. Get them knees real dirty, cause it's gon' pay. Plenty Henny, pack a Molly, pack a snowing good. Pack a ones, fill a bag like the bag should. When she clap it like she giving thanks. Playboy see it first, cause I be pulling rank. What's her name? Well, work the show audition. Yo, audition. I can make you famous, know the coalition. That's my DJ, that's my DJ. Only under one condition. Gotta listen. You can help the team and play all 5 positions. She gon' work like Felipe. She gon' work like Felipe. Watch her work. She gon' work like Felipe. Get them knees real dirty, cause it's gon' pay. Work it, work it, work it, work it, work it, work. Watch her work. Work it, work it, work it, work it, work it, work. Put in work. Work it, work it, work it, work it, work it, work. Watch her work. Work it, work it, work it, work it, work it, work. Put in work. Watch her work.
We're back.
Are we? we are back, and we only got him for a short time because he is a busy man. He got work to do. He just dropping in on us, you know what I'm saying? We trying to be like him when he grow up. He like, I'm just gonna go run up here and get this little interview in and go ahead and
do
get
this
a
little
work
interview
over
for
here.
the people. You know what I'm saying? Do my community service.
Give it out, let y'all know, give y'all some pointers. Do you have any pointers or tips that you would give out to anybody? I know people always got to ask some questions.
Of course. You know, well, the game is to be sold, not told. So my book coming out at the beginning of the year. But I will say this, you know, I always tell people, you know, you have to do 3 things, you know, organization, consistency, and discipline. And as long as you're organized, consistent, and you disciplined, you pretty much can do whatever you want to do. It may not happen right away. Like, everybody wants the microwave, add water success, but, I mean, things will come to you if you do that, you know. And I don't believe in once-in-a-lifetime opportunities, too.
I'm with you on that.
Like, a lot of times, you know, people are, oh, this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. You got to take it or leave it. And, you know, if it don't feel right, then don't do it, you know, because what will be, will be. You're
going to have a lot of lifetime opportunities.
Absolutely.
In a different space that you continue to consistently churn that butter in. You know what I'm saying? If you stay in that one space, you're going to, you know what I'm saying, you're going to have a lot of opportunities coming about.
Absolutely. In 2013, I was living in Nashville. I sent a pack, we call it a pack when you send a you know, maybe 5 or more songs to an artist. I sent it off to Kelly Price at the time. Never heard nothing back. When I moved here a year later in 2014, I was in Kroger. I ran into her. We didn't know who each other was. I said, hey, how you doing? She said, hey, how you doing? 15 minutes later, I was at the liquor store. She came in as I was checking out of the liquor store. She goes, hey, I promise I'm not stalking you. And then we had a conversation. I told her, hey, a year ago I sent you a pack of songs. You never hit me back, whatever, whoop-de-woo. She told me to email her the records. Later that night, she had me come to the studio, and she was my mentor for 2 years. So you can never, ever, what's for you will be for you as long as you're consistent.
Sometimes the opportunity comes in as like a little sample platter. It's like, okay, are you... You know what I'm saying? Are you too eager? Because some people don't. I want to jump on it. They too aggy, too irritated. I mean, it's like, you know, like how Marlon Wayans told Tiffany Haddish, like, you know what I'm saying? The reason you never got a role in any of our stuff is because you was too loud. You know what I'm saying? You was doing too much.
Sometimes you got to be settled.
So we had to wait till you mature. So, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's that test run. Like, okay, is he too anxious? Is he going to be responsible with it? Is he or she going to handle it correctly? You know what I'm saying? So your attitude for that sample platter really dictates what you get, you know, for your full course meal.
Absolutely. So. Totally agree.
Something to think about.
Oh yeah, y'all dropping jewels here. Y'all know what I'm saying? You see people up here talking, they spend that game. You know what I'm saying? For real.
Motivational Mondays.
But no, that's just pretty much what it is. Like, y'all, I can't even. That's it right there.
I mean, even like, you know, right now, you guys have y'all show. I mean, that you do. You know, whether you got 5, 50, 500, 5,000, you know, 5 million listeners. Is, I think the other piece of advice I would give anybody out there, especially in media or entertainment, is to just always be consistent in the fact of be professional. Like, hey, this is your job. You know, you never know who's listening, who's watching, what opportunities going.
Or who knows who? Like you, like a person like yourself or someone else could come on. And you never know who's tied to you, and then they watching, supporting you, and watching you. And be like, hey man, I like the, you know, I like what they have going on. I like the energy. I like the vibe. Like, you know what?
Absolutely.
I want to go and check them out, support what they're doing, because I like that type of independent, you know, what I'm saying, platform. So, now you're right, man. You say organization,
consistency,
and
discipline. OCD, organization, consistency, and discipline.
Yeah,
that's all you need.
That's good. That's good stuff. That's jewels right there. I hope
God
y'all wrote that down. I hope y'all took notes. You know, y'all need to pull your pen and pad out. You know what I'm saying? Put your note thing out on your note app on your phone.
Your sticky note? Your handy dandy notebook?
You know, everybody got a little note app or some shit on their phone. Pull that shit out.
Okay, before we let you go, do your kids support you in your music and your industry?
Oh my God.
Do they want to follow in your footsteps?
So, my youngest daughter, my 12-year-old, actually told me that the pre-premiere of the show was on YouTube before I even knew it.
Put a ring on it?
Yes.
She already found you. There go my daddy, y'all.
Yeah. She texted me the link, and I'm like, where'd you get this? She's like, it's on YouTube. I did my research. I'm like, what the fuck?
Clearly, you raised her well.
Right.
You and mom
That's your
raised
PR
her well.
right there. You don't even know. You got a
You know
little
what I'm
baby PR.
I'm like, what?
That's
That's crap. I was like, man, I hope her man don't cheat on her when
It's
he
over
get
with. It's over with.
All women have that.
She catch you at work.
investigative
She just send you the video of you was cheating. Like, yeah.
You walk past, she done found her neighbor's Ring app and be like, I
Yes.
seen your car
When
parked
you-
2 doors down.
Why you was parked right there Friday night?
But honestly, it makes me a little more self-conscious because, you know, I don't have I have teenagers. So, you know, my son's 15, you know, too. So it's one of those things where it's like I have to be more conscious what I put out there. But they understand that it's entertainment, you know.
Right.
They know how to separate, you know, the two. And it's interesting because I get critiqued by my kids. They be like, Dad, that shirt, you got to quit putting that on Instagram or, you know.
Stop wearing it. We done seen it about 3 times already. We good.
Or that filter you using is, you need to do this or do that. So I actually.
It keeps you cool, though.
Yeah, man. I use my kids for advice.
Your kids keep you cool.
My kids do that too.
They keep you cool.
Yeah, they get me together.
Or they'll like hype me up. They'll be like, all right, Mom, we see you. You done put a little outfit together. Okay. All right. Look at your shoes.
Right.
Okay. We see you. Got on some Like they make sure I don't go out looking too bad.
Shout out to the kids that you know give their parents good pat on the back. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you know, keeps me together.
Yeah. That's good.
Teenagers
stuff.
will do that for you though. Like little kids, you know, they just encourage you
But
because
not
their mommy and their daddy.
But not even because over the pandemic.
Oh, your
right?
daughter is serious.
Over
though.
the
She
pandemic, you know, I went and shaved my head, right? You know what I'm saying? You know,
He went
my
bald,
daughter.
yeah.
So my daughter, I called her with the fresh one, right? The fresh MJ cut, right? And she was just like, and then the whole time she was like, Daddy, I'll go like to Walmart or whatever, Kroger, and she was like, Daddy, didn't we talk about you can't go nowhere unless you put your hat on? And I was like, so she was like, I mean, I like it because you're my daddy. That's what she said, right?
Right.
I like it because you're my daddy.
I'm accepting you, basically.
But
I'ma
I
tolerate
can't wait. Like when it started to grow back, she was like, Daddy, it's growing back. Now you could do the front thing because I cut. She'd be watching.
Yeah.
She's like, you could do the front thing when you're in the front with the thing. Lining it up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But every time until it grew back fully, she was like, nah, that's not it.
No go.
That ain't the look,
Kids gonna
daddy.
be brutally honest. So you understand when each other, they really gonna tell each other like that roasting and ribbon, that shit's like a sport for some kids.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? Like now, are you from the urban environment growing up? Where you from originally?
Oh man, I'm originally from Gary, Indiana.
Gary. Okay, so I know about Gary.
Yeah.
You know, I have some my cousins. Their family is from Gary, Indiana. But you raise your kids in the suburb type of environment. I would assume, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, most definitely.
Like, do you see the big difference and contrast
yeah.
in how they engage with each other versus how you probably grew up and in the way you interacted with your cousins and siblings? and whatnot?
Man.
Do you have siblings?
Yeah, I have 3 sisters and a brother.
Okay, cool. So, you know, all in one house growing up?
Yeah.
So you see how then your kids engage, like, these kids are sharp.
Man, but
they
they
awesome.
also soft as cottonelle tissue too.
They super soft. And listen, their roast game is trash.
Yeah.
Like, their roast game is trash.
My youngest son, I don't know, like he's been raised, born suburban, but I promise you, he a hood kid at heart, and I don't know where he got it from. Like cause I'm suburban, so I don't know how he like gathered so much hood from a suburban mom, being raised suburban. Like he just.
I think it's what they don't maybe. Like my son he be wanting to like, Dad, tell me about Chicago. Tell me, like he be wanting the action, and I'm like, you don't want that action, boss. Like,
yeah, that's what he's like. I want to go to the hood. Like can we move?
No, you don't.
Like,
Yeah, they think because it's so glorified through
on
music,
TV,
right?
yeah.
They think that like for instance, I took this little kid, you know, kind of mentoring him, and he was from the suburbs, and that's when I first started cutting hair, and I just took him to the hood, and he was like, "Man, why everybody out?" I said, "Everybody outside because people not using their air conditioning." He's like, "Man, why they using the air conditioning?" Like that's in his mind, he couldn't find that stupid. You got air conditioning, use it. I said, "No, everybody don't got an air conditioning."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I took him to the hood, not just the low poverty area, apartment area. I took them to a hood where niggas go outside
Out all day.
because they don't have PS4s. They don't have a playroom and a sunroom and like that. Like the niggas is riding bikes,
Right.
for real. You see what I'm saying? Because they don't got the new PS5. Moms ain't about to get that right now
Yeah.
because our priorities is wrong.
Or ever.
You know what I'm saying? Or
Right.
it's gonna get stolen. Nigga know you got that. You can't really. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, that's real.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and he was just like, damn, like everybody just out, and it seems like action. And if a rapper comes from that, he gonna talk about it in his most amazing way. You're gonna hear it, but that's just skimming the top. Once you peel the layers back and you start seeing the brother was banging the two sisters, and he, you know, one had an abortion and the other one had a miscarriage, and you know what I'm saying? And they fight every cookout. You know what I'm saying?
No one from that environment wants to really be of that
Go
environment.
back.
There's two of those people. It's two people in that
If you get
environment.
out, you ain't trying to go back.
No.
It's people who are they're tired of it and they're going to groom themselves to get out of it, and then you have another person in that environment who they're pretty much ignorant to understanding the significance in life and how to get out of that environment.
That's their comfort zone.
They just open and just say, "Hey, this is who I am."
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So we know you got to get out of here. So let everyone know where they can follow you, where we can see if you're going on more dates. It might be some people that might want to jump in your DMs and ask you on a date. I don't know. Like, what?
Are you legit single now?
I'm legit single.
Okay, cool. Because I was going to ask you when you said kids and family. You know, I was going to ask you.
I was single when I widowed. Even though my type of woman would have been like, go get the bag.
Yeah, go anyway.
Go get the bag.
Yeah.
You know what it is. But no. I'm legit single. But my Instagram is Mr. Entrepreneur. That's trap with a not trap. It's on Mr. Entrepreneur.
Okay.
And then my Twitter.
Spell it out for him.
MRENTAPRE. NEUR.
Figure out how to spell it.
Buddy over here being super unique.
That's that third grade spelling bee champ on there. But Mr. Entrepreneur, and then my Instagram is Mr. Playboy Dre. My Instagram used to be Mr. Playboy Dre, but I had to change it.
Why?
Because I'm Mr. Entrepreneur. When you start adding more to your,
He's more than just a Playboy.
You're bigger than that.
Yeah, your plate. You gotta.
You're bigger than that.
So.
Do you have any nicknames for your kids?
I do.
What's their nickname?
My middle daughter Kennedy, that's my sweet pea, and then my baby girl, that's baby girl, and my son, I just be like, son.
S-U-N.
Speaking of, I want to take a moment to say happy birthday to my nephew. It's his birthday today. He is 19. His name is Daywan. Happy birthday. Auntie loves you. Mwah. Okay, I was about to interject. But thank you so much.
No problem. I think y'all dope, man. Y'all got a good thing going. Like, y'all got good chemistry too, man.
Well, we appreciate you,
Thank you.
I know y'all been doing this for a while, man. So
yeah, we got about we got about 24, a little bit over 24 months, probably about 28 months now.
Yeah, we coming. Next August will be our
I broke that
3
down
years.
penitentiary style.
You broke it down like a mom who got a baby. Oh, he's 18 months.
That's on TV. Let's talk like that.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? People with newborn babies and niggas doing time.
I love it. Well, hopefully I can come back sometime. Yeah,
Absolutely, definitely keep sending your music because I know you got more in that catalog.
I do.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, actually,
and if you have some independent artists, send their music in too.
They coming in on the way. I actually got my last Playboy Dre album dropping in December. It's called Sex, Money, Soul Ties.
So that's your last album, or your last album as Playboy Dre?
That's my last album as Playboy Dre. The only reason I became an artist, Kelly Price kind of pushed me into it. I didn't even want to be an artist. I was like, man, she's like, Andre's a producer. You can understand the artist more if you go through the process and blah, 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 blah.
Was she right or wrong?
She was right.
Okay.
My first album was trash.
Okay.
It was terrible. It was called Andre the Giant, and I never took it down because I still make a little money off of it, but it was trash bag. I couldn't rap at all. I was ass on there. So then I came back and I did Ladies Love Cool Dre, which that album is banging. Y'all need to go get Ladies Love Cool Dre.
That's
it's
what
on
the two
all
songs
platforms.
that we played today.
Man,
If y'all was listening to a Bon Appetit and
it's hitting
Felipe.
so hard. Yes, but I got all platinum producers on there. Everybody from Young Land to Nard and B, produced by whatever, like straight.
Who's the hottest producer right now, hands down? The hottest producer right now in the game.
Yourself.
Yeah, that's not excluding
you. Gotta say
you.
me.
That's not excluding you. But I mean, you could throw you in there. So we gonna get 1A, 1B.
Man, damn, that's. I
You don't want to say the wrong name. He got to work with these people.
I think.
It ain't no disrespect. This is a competition.
Yeah, life is a competition.
It's just like basketball, just like wrestling or anything. Like you gonna have the best.
Life is a competition,
and it is subjective too at the same time.
I'm gonna say right now, to me, the hottest producer in the game, because Drake is a phenomenal artist. He's a living legend at this point, based on all the stuff he did.
Right.
But I don't think 40 get enough credit. I think people give a lot of it to Drake, but the producers produce records.
Yeah, producers give you that sound.
And there's no Drake without 40.
I agree with that.
I'm gonna have to say 40.
Because I felt like that about I'm a big fan of DMX, and I feel like a lot of people was like, oh, Swissy. They think about Swiss. Swiss was a lot of the anthems, but the core sound was Dame Grease. Dame Grease was that grimy, all that grimy shit.
Yeah,
that's Dame.
Yeah,
that was who X was. You see what I'm saying? And the same thing with Jay-Z back in the day. As he continued to evolve and grow, he started bringing hit makers in there. He started bringing Just Blaze in there, No ID.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So he just then he got with Pharrell. And Pharrell and Chad, they special.
Didn't Kanye do the majority of the Blueprint, the first Blueprint?
I don't want to lie, but I think he had a lot of joints on it.
I think he had a lot of influence on the Blueprint.
Yeah, and then Kanye, he's special. You know what I'm saying? So that whole thing is subjective, but at the same time, I definitely appreciate you coming on the Lit Network, coming rocking.
I appreciate y'all having me,
we
man.
look forward to having you back
so
when your album drops.
Before we leave, since Playboy Dre will be the last album that you do under that name, what's the new artist name? Who are you now moving forward with music?
Oh no! So once I do this last Playboy Dre album, Sex Money Soul Ties, coming the first week in December.
Okay.
I'm retiring from
from being an artist,
from the artist game. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So what's your producer name? Is your producer name still?
Yeah, it'll still be
Playboy Dre.
But all producers over time, they get that itch because they be hearing stuff that
you might come out of retirement.
They be like, man, I created this or created that, and
it's gonna be a Michael. He gonna come back out of retirement.
I don't know. We'll see.
But then when Dre get married, then she be like, babe, now you need to be husband Dre.
Hubby Dre.
Can you just be hubby Dre?
Can you just be hubby Dre?
Hey, any
Dre.
woman that's in my life
Can you just be Zaddy Dre?
Wants me and is committed to me will want me to stay Playboy Dre because that check is straight. So
can you be Playboy Hubby Dre?
Playboy Hubby Dre. Man, appreciate you.
Man, I'm glad y'all had me, man. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Absolutely, y'all. So we're going to play the next song of the night. It is by Cherry Pop called Who Knew? I ain't know, but who knew? And I hope y'all enjoyed our guest. Stay tuned.
Cherry Pop. Oh. We lit!
It's pie. Whole lot of motherfucking pop shit. Oh. Yeah. I'm such a blessing. Listen, man. I'm such a blessing, man. It's pie. It's pie. Listen. I got these bitches and these niggas intimidated. I get you mad. Everybody fucking hating. Body bags on your ass if you think I'm playing. Big Cherry Pop will have your ass decapitated. And I promise you, ain't no fucking duplicating. I come with instructions like hard dick with no lubrication. Y'all hoes better have bars if it's not your facing. Ain't no such things as snacks, we eating meals. What the fuck you thinking? Tell me what the fuck you thinking. My whole team heavy hitters, ain't no competition. We put bitches on the bench. What the fuck you thinking? We speak English, this ain't French. What the fuck you thinking? I'm shitting on the rap game. What the fuck you thinking? The rap game dead, bitch. What the fuck you thinking? I told you first go round with coma, so I had to bring it back to remind you. I got these bitches intimidated. I got these bitches and these niggas
Cherry pop, got you fucking intimidated. Come with your A game, cause I ain't motherfucking playing. I got you intimidated. Motherfucking intimidated. You so intimidated. Yeah. Cherry pop, hold his torch, that's the scorch. Hotter than the hottest hot Tabasco sauce. I be ripping up these beats, get why they're mad. You should adjust your attitudes, invest in glad. Pick up your face, stay in your place, I'm in my lane. Then cherry pop, give my respect, fuck the fame. So intimidated, yeah. You bitches are so intimidated, yeah. Motherfucking niggas even intimidated. Cherry pop make y'all intimidated. You so intimidated. Why y'all mad? So intimidated, yeah. They so fucking mad, man. I don't understand. Listen, man, I do this shit for fun, man. It's like I'm y'all mad. Y'all intimidated. Whole lot of pop shit.
We did just leave the door open.
I make y'all so
And we're back in it, bit. Leroy Valentine.
Leroy Valentine in the building, just in case you didn't know.
And we got Red Velvet Riding Hood.
That sound like a cupcake.
Red Velvet.
Like, what you finna get? Let me get some of them red velvet.
Riding Hood. You got to make sure you keep that in there. You got to make sure. You got to make sure now.
Riding Hood.
You know.
I might need to ride with my hood on.
Ow!
Anyway.
Don't make me turn into a werewolf. I turn into a werewolf in here. Ow!
Oh my God. Oh my God. Anyway, so it is time to get into a good lit conversation, and coming off of what we were just talking about, relationships and making sure that you are okay with what you got or leaving it. I just have to ask, what holds people to relationships the most, and what's the best way to tell yourself it's time to leave, or if you should leave?
I think you just got to do a very good self-assessment of yourself first, and then you got to look at the relationship as a whole and all the different key components, that you really value. If y'all living together, y'all have family together, if y'all have business together, and if that means anything to you, if it don't mean that much and you can just walk away from it, or kind of put a cut between it, whatever it is, and she take her side and he take his side and that type of thing, then I guess you can make that decision. But it's like when you have not just love invested, when you have time invested, it's almost like a file cabinet full of memories. And then you toss that to the side. Yeah, you kind of slick and revisit it, but it'll never have that intimate moment. You can never just lay in bed and man, you remember we went to Cancun and you lost your watch in the water? I told you not to wear that watch. And just, those little key, you know what I'm saying? Y'all don't have that. Now you got to go and build new memories with somebody else. You know what I'm saying? It's just something about having old memories. You know what I'm saying? And you just got to, it's a value system. I think ultimate relationship is just, it's two things. It's a serious value system, and the conscious effort of saying, hey, every day I'm choosing you. And, secondly, it's just, what's important to you. That person's important to you. That person's health is important to you. Their well-being, even if it's something simple of, your lady, I don't know, she always leaves her phone home or something. Or she always leaves something, and you just make sure that she can get it. You make sure, hey, baby, don't forget your phone. Or, hey, you go and get you something. One thing that I think it bothers me, right, is when somebody go and get something to eat, and you know y'all live in the house together, and they go get something to eat, and they don't offer to get you anything. You know what I'm saying? Like they could just go to Popeyes, you know, in traffic on the way home, and she knows she gonna run into you, and she just get a little $5 box. You could have got 2 little $5 boxes. It wasn't hard because when you place your order and you get one, they ask you, do you want anything else? You said no. You deliberately said no. I don't want anything else, knowing that I'm gonna be at the house.
Knowing that you going. To
knowing
see
how much I really appreciate that fucking chicken sandwich at Popeye. You see what I'm saying? Like that type of thing. And then, I didn't know you want nothing, bitch. I always want something.
Always.
Always. Even when I don't, bitch, I'll rewarm it tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's, you know what I'm saying? Like, even if you call me and say, baby, you want something or whatever, like, I just think make certain things habit. Make it habitual. You see what I'm saying? Make those things habit. You know, like, and that's just things, just certain things my dad would say. You know, a woman don't want to make sure you're fed. It's something to say about that woman. If a woman, it's just like a man. If you don't want to make sure that your car is okay, he may not be able to get you a brand new one, but he can at least help you or at least see and show some effort and care that one is running good, or you know that one has some gas on you, you know, some gas in the tank and things like that. You know, just you have to make certain things habit forming, and you also have to care enough to take that person's well-being and that person's independent situation and say, how can I incorporate that into my mix, and how can I, you know, give some type of energy to it to make sure that it's in its best situation. You know what I'm saying? And I think that a lot of people don't do that.
Game up because I definitely I will get something from time to time. Like I think about people, but I can't say that every time I'm out or every time I'm getting some food, even if I am going to see them, that I'm going to get something. Because sometimes I just
every time
I don't do every time. I think I do often enough, but I definitely don't do every time.
Well, I think at the end of the day, what you say, you shoot for the stars only if you get the moon. So, you know, at least I know your intentions is there. And I know sometimes you're just hungry, you know, you not be thinking about it. You got other stuff in your mind.
I be hungry.
There's so much going on. You see what I'm saying?
I done ran the kids and had me here to have me there. I'm just really trying to get something quick.
Sometimes it's tough, you know, but you can tell somebody's good nature or lack of.
Or it may be sometimes like, okay, look, I just gave all my money to the kids. I really only got like, you know, $10 left. I'm just trying to get some myself real quick because I ain't ate all day. Like
Yeah. I mean, and sometimes that is the case. Sometimes you financially you extended, or you know you just got so much you're bombarded with that it's just tough to think outside of yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's tough to, you know, just you go in that survival mode. I'm hungry. I'm stressed. I'm exhausted. I'm fatigued mentally, sometimes physically. You know, and you just go in natural survival mode. I just got to get what the fuck I got to get just to kind of get me some fuel in my system. You're not thinking about fueling nobody else up. You're just trying to get you. But is that every time? And I think when you try to play it off like that's every time, you're lying. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you never want to think about the person you're trying to build with. You never want to, you know, like even if it's going to get groceries, then, you know, like get your person some groceries. Call them, see if they need anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand. What do you think you have here when you're in a relationship? You think you just got a fuck partner? Like, you think you just got somebody you're just going to fuck on? And they just gonna hear your gripes and complaints and just store that in, and that's it. And y'all go on a few dates and look good when it's time to photo op. No.
Listen, if y'all want to buy me some groceries, I promise you, please do.
That's not relationship. Relationship is considering the person's well-being. You know, looking at that person's situation, helping them survey it, helping them go through it. You know, figuring out how you can add on to it and not be a burden or whatnot. Or if they are dealing with burdens, how can you alleviate some of that? You see what I'm saying? Like, those are key things, you know, to, I think, relationships. So if that means something to you, then you'll probably sustain that relationship. But if that's not how you're looking at it, and you're just looking at somebody for a financial gain. Like, I have a friend of mine. He's about to propose to his lady. He's not 100%, you know, excited, really, but she make good money. That's the best he's ever seen in his life. Now, I've dealt with women that make good money, but it's something about me. I just can't. That's not enough, and it's crazy because sometimes I'm like, nigga, you might be tripping. Maybe that might be enough. Especially as I get older, I see things and I want to maneuver a certain way in my businesses.
It depends on your mentality, because if she's a boss and she's making the coin and you a boss in your mind, y'all gonna clash. Cause she be like, I run this. And you be like, wait a minute, no, I'm supposed to run this. Like,
Well, I don't know how that's gonna all work out in the end. It's still fairly new.
There are some men that like to fall back and let their women run it, and they okay with that.
Yeah.
You just gotta be that type of person. There's a match for everybody.
I wonder if I can do that. I don't know if I could do that. And I don't know if I have that type of character for that. But it's not even just that. It's just I just can't submit to somebody what that person thinks you're gonna dictate. Because it's not just bossing the business element. Then she start handling you. Next thing you know, you wearing plaid shorts.
That's what it costs. That's where the little saying come from. I pay the cost to be the boss.
You feel what I'm saying? And you wearing childish ass shirts, tops. She buying you tops now. The fabric is different. It's soft and flowy.
You getting that soft cotton.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? She buying you tops now. She buying you,
men blouses.
You know what I'm
Fashion
saying?
over men.
Right. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't think I got that in me to really play that role with a woman, But, I'm getting older. I might get a little burnt out on that whole fuck that shit and just be like, you know what? Somebody can run me. I just sit back and be who you need me to be. I don't know, but I don't see it. It's very less likely to happen.
Well, we could go ahead and play the next song before we get into Duke's real thoughts. Okay, we're gonna play "Lose It" by J Jack, and then we're gonna really dig in a little bit to see what's on Duke's mind today on this Make It Up Monday.
J Jack, we lit.
She the baddest in the club, all the niggas wanna crowd around her. Show 'em that you love, it ain't nothing but them hundreds round her. Cause you're super curvy, you thick like China. So glad I came here, it was perfect timing. Seems like you're ready, I'ma call you Diamond. Show 'em how you work it, baby girl, remind 'em. That you do, oh yeah. Got me pulling up on you. So tell me what's the move. Make it do what it do. Cause I gotta be right next to you. Cause baby, you the truth, yeah. Gotta get next to you, yeah. When you do just what you do, oh yeah. I be about to lose it. Damn, I'm about to lose it. That pussy, I abuse it. I don't play no games, but your last nigga a loser. Should've already found you, I was out here snoozing. You became my drug girl, I became the user. I'ma pop a couple of them tags on you, and put a couple new bags on you. You know you got a nice ass on you, and you know just what to do. You got me stuck on you like glue. Only want you, baby. You, baby. You, baby. I only want you, baby. You, baby. You, baby. Cause baby, you the truth, yeah. Gotta get next to you, yeah. When you do just what you do, oh yeah. I be about to lose it. Damn, I'm about to lose it.
And we're back. That was lit.
Welcome back.
That was lit.
All right, so it is time for that wind down hour where Duke lets us know, what's been on his mind. It's been a long week for some. We got passings of people. We just got, things that we got to go, whether it's, maneuvering life, trying to get the kids straight, trying to make sure our bills are paid. If you're working a regular 9 to 5, trying to, deal with those people. If you're an entrepreneur, just trying to make sure that it makes sense for you to continue on in the journeys that you're on. And Duke is going to tell us what he's been thinking about from last Monday to this Monday. What's on your mind, Duke?
First thing I would like to thank God for the opportunity of life. The present is a gift. And we always got to remember that. Today, I was at the bank, okay, and I think I was maybe third in line to the ATM at Navy Federal in Snellville, and a guy comes out of the bank, looked like he just did a transaction. I don't know this guy, neither of the people who were at the ATM, the two ladies who was at the ATM, and then the other three people who were in line with me. None of us knew him. I believe his name is Jack, L something with an H, I believe. But he calls himself God Jack. And he passed out on the spot the moment he came out of Navy Federal. He passed out about $700 to everybody who was sitting at the ATM, waiting, the two people who was at the ATM actually doing the transactions, at the ATM. He passed out $700. And I was, everybody was kind of blown away. It was a white guy, looked like a, used to be in the military, and he just said that God, we need this. He said the times that we live in right now, God needs us to move in this type of, notion. And I want to know if it was maybe something was wrong with him, so I kept asking repeatedly, is everything okay? You good? Still to this moment, I still don't know really what's going on with that. But long story short, after he gave everybody, some money, he gave me $100. He gave few people several. He pretty much gave about almost $700 away right there on the spot. And he was like, "Hey, anybody need a truck?" So I was like, "Well, yeah, I need a truck," because I'm thinking he's going to help somebody move or something of that nature. And he really signed his truck over. He signed his truck over. And I just felt like I'm still blown away. I really don't even know if it's legit or not, but I also don't want to try to, question, the blessing that God has out here. But it was just like, wow, it's like, that's, because I never had anything like that happen to me before.
So is the sharing from the shock of it happening to you? Because I know some people say, like, does it ever bother you? Because some people say some blessings aren't meant to be vocalized out loud. You're supposed to receive them, internalize them, and give back the energy that it was supposed to give. So, like, is it the shock that makes you want to share?
It's shocking because I'm the type of person, I really don't go around asking anybody for anything, and I normally do a lot of stuff by myself, and or whatever. But I've just never had it, nobody just do that. I've never seen that personally, and it was just, I'm still kind of blown away. It's like, damn, like, what is this? Like, is it like a prank thing? What is this? You know what I'm saying?
So what does that shift in you?
What it does tell me is that I need to continue to do what I've been doing with as far as just helping people. You know what I'm saying? Because I've helped people before, and I don't ask for anything, and I don't try to, make it something I need to make a post about or anything like that. But it just lets you know that there are good people out here, and to see it come from, a old, Caucasian male. You know what I'm saying? And then we come from two different places, and he gave all the people that he gave money to were black people. So I don't know if that mean anything, but just to see that, to witness that, as the days continue to progress, I guess it'll play out. But then again, it may not. Just maybe just something that happened, and you got to just pull something from that. And what I could just pull from it, if it's all sincere, and everything is, nothing funny business. It's like, just be a blessing in this world. You're not brought here just to wear the title of dad or wear the title of rapper or a chef or whatever it is. Like, you're here just to be a true blessing to society. That's your humanitarian duty.
Well, they say that everybody, those that believe, because I know that everybody doesn't believe in God, but they say that everybody has a purpose, and you have to go out and you fulfill your purpose. So his purpose may have been to be an angel on earth. You know what I'm saying? There may have been people in that line that really needed something, that was, really trying to piece some stuff together, really trying to put some money in there to make sure they had enough to eat, you know what I'm saying, or to take care of the kids, take care of their bills. I mean, you just never know. That pay it forward moment is so intense, to the fact where you just got to realize sometimes it's just needed. Like he said, God may have came to him and said,
and that's like when he came out the door, he's his name, like I said, his name is Jack L something, and he was saying, God bless you, this is from God Jack, God bless you. This is a blessing. No, he was saying, this is a blessing from God, Jack. This is a blessing from God, Jack. You know, so he was referring to himself as God, Jack, or whatnot. And, you know, I was just, you know, I was like, well, damn, this guy is about to hurt himself, or, you know, because I started thinking about the movie with Queen Latifah when she got diagnosed that she only had so much time to live, and she was like, fuck everything. Fuck the bills. I'm giving this money away. I'm doing this. I'm living. I'm traveling. I was like, am I in this? Am I his milestone in his life for this? And, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was all over the place because, you know, it felt like a surreal moment. It almost felt like where the cameras is at. You know what I'm saying? And they was going to be like, nah, the money's not real. The truck, no, you know, but you can win a vacation. We appreciate you participating in how you just, you know what I'm saying? I was really waiting for, like, the cameras to pull up. And it was just like, damn, that's crazy. I almost forgot to do my transaction because I didn't even go to the ATM yet. So I almost forgot to do my transaction at the bank, you know. But with that being said, you know, just be a blessing to people. You know, you don't know. And that could be in conversation. That could be spreading a good word to someone. I'm always talking to different people, you know, who get in my chair. I network pretty good, and you know, just be a blessing to someone. You know, I'm currently now cutting at another shop, Legacy Cuts in Snellville, off of Centerville Highway. Young cat, you know, he has a great shop, great location. Shout out to Smitty the barber, and all those guys in there could cut. And what I like about it is being in an environment where everybody have the same mentality. The level of quality in the hand of cutting is just about, you know, for everybody has a good mindset and a professional approach to the game and the industry of being a master barber. So it's just such a different area from shops that I've worked at, where you have old seasoned barbers who don't want to progress. They're not thinking about you know, even if you go get a brand new pair of clippers, they want to speak negative about it because they don't see the significance in that. A new product you're adding, if you start doing facials, it's like, oh, so this is a female salon now. Like, they're always against the progressive, you know, move. So to be in an environment where everybody's thinking like that is exciting to be in. But I say that to say because my client, you know, met dude and he referred him to me. So just being a blessing to me because he knew, hey, my man is not in the shop, but he's a damn good barber, you know. And I was doing my thing, and, you know, and God was blessing me and I was making it, but it's definitely not like being in the shop or anything like that. So to be in an environment where, you know, you can just thrive and flourish, that's a great thing. So I definitely appreciate him for that. But, you know, being a blessing to someone is you know, and just being a blessing to the world, you know, like, and I think that's what we try to do here with the L.I.T Network, you know, having a platform where we can bring quality entrepreneurs, we can bring quality creative people here and give you opportunity to hear their stories through their craft, even if it's feeling a part of them through, you know, some of the caterers and people that bake goods and things of that nature, you know, being able to say, oh man, I could reach this person's just like me. And it's inspirational, you know, it lets you know that if I have an idea or if I have a thought, if I just churn the butter on that thought, so to speak, the manifestation is happening right then and there. And it just depends on how much organization, how much discipline, and what was it? Organization, consistency and discipline that you have. Like my man say, Playboy Dre, the OCD, you have to have that. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of other words, but those are key words, and I like the way you put that. You know, and yeah, so being a blessing to the world, being a blessing to the people around you, you know, and prayer. You know, I don't care if you want to call it solid meditation. You know, I don't care what your religious beliefs are. You know, but
Dave
pray.
Chappelle did say, like, in his special with David Letterman, he said, you know, people, you know, pray and believe in a higher power, because if you did not, why would you continue?
Right. Well, what you living off? You living off instinctive nature? Are you really a savage? You're
like
not.
When there's things that going on, you want to hold on to some faith that something bigger, something greater has to be out there. You know what I'm saying? You go through a time where you lose, you know, a parent at a young age, or, you know, you deal with molestation, or if you got raped, or, you know, heaven forbid, something horrible happens to you, and you get to that point, what is there for you to press on other than faith or belief in something greater for your life?
Yeah. No, I agree with that. I look at every trying time in my life. I look at the moments where things are unclear, and I just feel like it's gray. It's not too defined, good or bad. You just don't know. And I just, most times you could just really lean on good company, having, even through phone, somebody being able to pull up on you, be able to pull up on them, somebody that just sincerely cares about you. And that level of care doesn't particularly come from your family. So don't be afraid to network. Don't be afraid to get out there as a young person or as an elder or a middle-aged person to get out there and network outside of your family. You know what I'm saying? That saying that people say is to be true. Anything that you would do for free, you could do for a living. I would cut hair for free. I've done it. I tell jokes for free, currently. You know what I'm saying? At any open mic, Definitely aim to get booked, but I don't have a problem because I'm honing my craft. I'm still allowing people to get off their job, sit down, and watch me entertain them. So I love what I do, and I'll do it for free. And try to find that sense of peace. I meet a lot of people that sit in my chair, a lot of my family. They go to work at jobs, and they can't find the peace. So I find peace in knowing that I do what I want to do. And a lot of people literally support that because they're not in that space where they could do what you are doing in the fashion of doing what they want to do. They got to go clock in, and that's how they make their means. If I'm not cutting hair at someone's establishment, I'm still cutting hair. When the pandemic hit, all throughout the pandemic, I continue to cut hair. You know what I'm saying? Things altered, and then I made adjustments to what altered in life for us, and I continue to thrive through that. And that's something that, I'm proud of because anywhere you could go, I have a universal language with being able to cut hair. Same thing with comedy. It's not a career that I'm going to grow out of. It's not a career that I'm going to become more of a personality. Some people may start investing in me. And then through that, I may say, okay, I got to take the Steve Harvey route. He had to retire being a comedian because now he's this personality and so many people are invested in him. His word is not just his own. It's going to cost more than he can make from it. Right. You see what I'm saying? So until God blessed me with that, that is my reality. I'm my own person, and I'm deeply appreciative that the journey to be an entrepreneur, that I took it years back, and I'm thankful also, that I have a awesome co-host. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's fucking amazing. There's a lot of women that were trying to be on the show and correspond with me on the show and be my my permanent, co-host. I saw a lot in them that I really, really liked, but then this person here just, somebody just take the job. It wasn't even a paying job, so that was so impressive. You know what I'm saying? That somebody takes a position that's not even paying because they have the vision in them, and it syncs with your vision. So that's an amazing thing, and I think that translates through relationships, through everything. You know what I'm saying? You find somebody you're in a relationship with, or you find somebody that you like that you possibly get in a relationship with, y'all vision has to sync where y'all are not combating for anything. Y'all more complimentary along the way.
Well, we thank you for your lovely thoughts tonight. We're going to play the last song of the night because clearly Duke is in a big mood. So we're going to play Lachey Love, Big Mood, before we go ahead and wrap this show up.
We lit!
Prince the producer.
Roll it up, put it in my system. You ride my wave, now move to my rhythm. Bitch, take off my shoes, you know you can't fit them. Put your games up, I'm not playing with them. Bossing up the city, that's a big move. I'm living life, but I'm running up my bag too. Boy, just know that I can cut you off real fast too. Sparkle up the wrist, yeah, that's a big move. Things moving my way, big move. Blowing gas on the highway, big move. I said fuck the contract, big move. If we don't have no contact, then we ain't cool. Had to hit up Crystal, hit up T and tell him double. Fill my cup up, drink some vodka, then pour me a double. Get your nigga out my DMs before he get in trouble. Boy, you crazy, don't pull up at 3 a.m. to cuddle. Please valet me, I'm VIP, I don't pay a color. Get out my sight, you're not my type, no, I can't be a lover. You haven't found another, cause there ain't another. To me, he brings that bag and he know I don't love him. Cash bill, I got them bands, still like a boss. Fuck that drama, I just want them dollars, bring me up. They say holy when they see my chain, it's not a cross. My city on my back and I won't ever take it off. Get off my back, you know you can't hold me. I got them hoes mad and they don't even know me. You say you're real, but you gon' have to show me.
Show me them bands and you might get to know me. We bustin' up the city, that's a big mood. The bitches that I run with get them bags too. I think you should know you can get dropped too. If you ain't bringing nothing to my table, bitch, shut up. I never gave you permission to talk. Bitch, sit down. I never gave you permission to walk. He leaves your ass at home and takes me out. Girl, please, I don't want him, it's for clout. We stuffing bags, bitch, Thanksgiving turkey. We popping tags, bitch, red bottoms and Birkies. Fucking with my man and get murdered. Shout out to my niggas, they murder. All I did was boss up the city, that's my fault. If you ain't talking money, nigga, I don't wanna talk. Bitch, shut your mouth, you talking too basic. We put your nigga in rotation. Bitches would've did the same thing if it was me. Girl, bye, I gave all my exes to the street. Girl, bye, I don't sweat no nigga, I'm a G. Said I don't sweat no nigga, I'm a G. Bitch, he put his wedding ring on his pinky too. Every time I come around, he starts ignoring you. I got side niggas, I'm not sweating you. I got 9 side bitches, I'm not sweating you.
We're back.
And we are back. We want to thank everybody for tuning in and listening. I feel like this was a motivational Monday. It was a lot of jewel dropping, a lot of education, a lot of just motivation. Thank you so much for Dre coming in and gracing us with his presence. And I hope y'all tune in and watch Put a Ring on It. It is definitely a good show, and I think they're on to a good thing. So make sure y'all watch that. Go ahead and catch that first episode, and then, you know, keep following along and see what happens with these couples. I just want y'all to remember, you know, life is very important, and we got to live it day to day. So remember to always, today, tomorrow, and always stay living in today's time, because
we lit!
It's lit, it's lit. Yeah, yeah, hey, yeah, it's lit, it's lit, it's lit. And like it ain't lit, L.I.T.T, L.I.T.T. And like it ain't lit, yeah, it's lit, it's lit, it's lit, it's lit. And like it ain't lit, L.I.T.T, L.I.T.T. And like it ain't lit, yeah, we 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 lit, it's lit. Cut the radio up, grab the phone when the live on. This the latest station in the nation, get your mind blown. Monday from 9/11, causing hectic 9/11. You ain't heard about from word of mouth. Come here, let me tell you. Got Toni on the mic, good celebrity at ATL, and we got Duke plus my dog Omar as well. It's a lituation every time you cut the station on. It's the Lit Network here, but we taking off.